Why motivation isn't enough. This is an excerpt from the introduction to my latest book, Extreme Execution. Motivation is the spark, execution is the engine. Tony Robbins likes to remind us that, open quote, it's not knowing what to do, it's doing what you know. How many of us attend seminars, underline books, and still stay stuck because knowledge doesn't move the needle, execution does? In manufacturing, we measure efficiency in output per hour. In life and leadership, efficiency is measured in results and impact per decision. You can be the most inspired person in the room and still lose to the one who acts without overthinking. The difference between dreamers and doers hit start before they feel ready. Success doesn't honor feelings. Success honors persistent action. So why did I write what I wrote in this introduction? Because I used to have a colleague that I worked with, and we were discussing about motivation. And he said to me that he can't do anything without motivation. I needed to motivate him in order for him to do the work that he needed to do. And that's when it hit me that motivation is that spark that makes you start things. But the problem with motivation is like bathing. You don't bath on a Monday and say, I'll see it the next Monday. You have to bath every day. And that's how motivation is like. You have to get it on a daily basis. But once you have started something, it's common that motivation, it fizzles, it disappears, it evaporates. But what follows after motivation has disappeared is what keeps you going, and that is called discipline. So that's why I wrote here that motivation is the spark, execution is the engine. When you are an executor, a doer, you don't care about the motivation. You start when you are motivated, great, but you continue when you are not motivated because it's the discipline that carries you through. Tony Robbins, like he said, it's not knowing what to do, it's doing what you know. That's what Tony Robbins says. So most people, they think that they are not progressing because they don't know enough, but it's just an excuse to research, to not to do what they need to do. The biggest gap in life is not the knowledge gap. The biggest gap is the knowing, doing gap. A lot of people, we know what we need to do. A lot of people, we know what we need to do in order to become successful today, tomorrow, next week, and by the end of the year. But the biggest issue is that we don't do that which we know will result in success for us today, tomorrow, and by the end of the year. So we attend seminars, we underline books, and still stay stuck because knowledge doesn't move the needle, execution does. I know of people that will tell you, I read a book a week. You know, there is this saying that an average CEO reads 52 books a year, which means one book a week. Great. But more important is that when you have read the book, you implement that which you have learned. Success is not in the reading. Success is not in the attending of the seminar. Success is in the doing of the ideas that you borrow from the books and the seminars. So our channel, Success is Do It Yourself, we don't want people that watch us without doing anything. We don't want people that read our books without doing anything. We want people that read and act on that which they have learned. If you read one book, even in a month, and you learn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things, and you go on to try them, to implement them, you are better off than someone who is reading a book every week and implementing nothing. Success is not in the reading. Success is in the implementation of that which you have read. So that's what I wrote about in this introduction to extreme execution, that the difference between dreamers and doers. Doers hit start before they feel ready. Success doesn't honor feelings. You don't have to wait for that motivation feeling. You have to proceed despite the absence of that motivation feeling, because success honors persistent action. You will never fail until and unless you quit. Quitters never win, and winners never quit. That's it. So subscribe to our channel, Success is Do It Yourself, and go on to learn more about how to become a doer, an executor, someone who continues to do even when motivation has waned, someone who continues to do what is required irrespective of the absence of motivation. See you in the next video. Make sure you subscribe to Success is Do It Yourself.